This is Tank's Vlog for December 9th, 2018, wrapping up the day in sports. We're brought to you by Allow Me to Be Frank, the weekly podcast you can hear on SoundCloud and iTunes. Tune in, listen to many of our great episodes. We should be taping again soon, so just keep your ears out and listen to SoundCloud, iTunes, and you'll be sure to enjoy yourself. The Heisman Trophy was handed out on Saturday night, and hold it, I am hearing that Mike Francesa, Sports Pope, is demanding a recount, saying that Tua Tagovailoa did win the Heisman Trophy, that he doesn't care who got the trophy on Saturday, that it's Tua Tagovailoa that won it, and he's going to be screaming the rest of eternity that Tua Tagovailoa deserved the Heisman Trophy. Yes, that's right. I tell you, sometimes you really got to put Mike Francesa in the closet because he is a mush. But you know what? Kyler Murray deserved it. I mean, it was basically a toss-up. But that SEC championship game where I know Tagovailoa was hurt. Meanwhile, Kyler Murray played big in the clutch the last few games and snuck in and won the Heisman. So he's the seventh player from Oklahoma to win the Heisman. That is tied with Ohio State and Notre Dame for the most winners of the Heisman Trophy. Also, Army-Navy on Saturday. And not a surprise here, Army rolled over Navy 17-10, a game that wasn't as close as the score would indicate. Army was in control the entire day. Could have won more, but missed a couple opportunities to score. Could have won this game by about 30, 40 points if they wanted to. But they just were fine controlling the ball, controlling the line of scrimmage, and they got the win. Third straight win now for Army after Navy's 14-game winning streak ended. It's now Army on a little run. So we'll see if they can make this get back into the race. I mean, before Navy's big winning streak, it was Army that actually had the series lead. Now Navy has a series lead and has a lead larger than any of the two teams ever had before. And now if Army can make a few wins in a row, they might be able to take it back. Who knows? NBA. There was the Knicks and Nets for the third time on Saturday, wasting all the meetings early in the season. Come on, can we save these Knicks games to the dreadful months of February and March, and June and January? Nope, gotta get them all out of the way in the first 3 months of the season. And it was the Nets winning back-to-back games after their 8-game losing streak. It's the first time they've won a second of a back-to-back on the road in a long time. And they basically just dominate the Knicks most of the way. Knicks made a run in the fourth quarter, so Nets almost had another fourth quarter collapse, of course. But it was, in the end, Brooklyn 112, Knicks 104. So, Knicks fans rooting for Zion Williamson, that's a win for you. Houston Rockets' disappointing season continued as they were beaten by the Mavericks 107-104. It was the Pacers 107-97 over the Kings. In a stunner, the Atlanta Hawks got their sixth win of the year, beating the Nuggets 106-98. Also getting their sixth win of the year was the Cleveland Cavaliers, who beat the Wizards 116-101. Don't look now, but the Celtics are finally hitting their stride, getting a fifth straight win as they trounced fricasseed and fried the Chicago Terribles 133-77. It is the worst home loss in the history of the Chicago Bulls. Can they fire Fred Hoiberg again? Lakers also hitting their stride, slamming the Grizzlies on the road 111-88. It was the Trailblazers 113-105 over the Timberwolves, and the Heat beat the Clippers 121-98. NHL, Devils are off, but they have games in the next 2 days to complete their California swing. Meanwhile, the Rangers needed a shootout to beat the Panthers 5-4. It was the Flyers over the now suddenly cold Buffalo Sabres. Talk about crashing back to earth. The Kings tripped up the Golden Knights 5-1. It was the Bruins 6-3 over the Maple Leafs. Senators beat the Penguins in overtime 2-1. Islanders rallied to beat the Red Wings 3-2. It was the Lightning striking the Avalanche 7-1. The Capitals blanked the Blue Jackets 4-0. It was the Sharks 5-3 winners over the Coyotes. The Flames cooked the Predators 5-2. Today's 3 stars are Steven Stamkos of the Lightning, who had 2 goals and 2 assists. John Collins of the Hawks, who had 30 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists. Braden Holtby of the Capitals, who had 28 saves in a shutout win over the Avalanche. Today's birthday shutout goes to one of the most feared linebackers in the history of the NFL, Dick Butkus, who later became an actor, turns 76. And we take a look back to 1988 when Jerry Sloan took over as head coach of the Utah Jazz after Frank Layden stepped down to concentrate on being a general manager. This was the beginning of a 23-year tenure for Sloan, which now is tied with Greg Popovich for the longest coaching tenure in the history of the NBA. So check out the full story at Barstool Sports and at Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. And don't forget, listen to Allow Me to Be Frank. Good day.